how did boxing science start? I was like getting into like sports science and doing my studying. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in terms of whether I wanted to be an S&C coach. I didn't really know much about strength and conditioning at that time. Personal trainer, wanted to be a nutritionist or PE teacher. My passion is training. I want to work with athletes and people that are motivated to train. And I want to be a strength and conditioning coach. At that same time, I saw a video of Alex Ariza working with Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. I was just like, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to work in boxing because I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan from being a young age. And I wanted to work with athletes that are motivated. I wanted to work with athletes that you have a long time with and you can have an impact on. And also showing fitness, strength and speed in the ring makes you very proud as a strength and conditioning coach. So that was my goal. However, there weren't that many opportunities in boxing. The only kind of jobs that were coming up were like with GB boxing, mostly not many opportunities. And also there's a lot of kind of friction towards strength and conditioning in boxing. I started working in strength and conditioning, working at football clubs, rugby teams, working with university athletes in a range of different sports. My goal was always to work in boxing. At one day, I was working in the university gym, I'm the university boxer there, and I offered them to do their strength and conditioning program for free of charge. I then contacted the coach, which is Brendan Warburton from Sheffield City ABC, who's still a very good friend of mine. We still work with their athletes at the Boxing Science Performance Centre. I met up with Brendan and Brendan was like, right, I've got another boxer that you can train. And then another boxer came and then my first professional boxer came. And then it just kind of grew from there. I started a Saturday morning session where we were having a handful of athletes that are coming in, amateurs, novices and stuff like that. And then we started getting professional boxers coming to these sessions. Even though I started training these athletes and had a good idea of how to train them, there weren't any sports science research out there. Myself and Alan Ruddock had to devise a testing battery so we can highlight the physical characteristics of boxers, what contributes to successful performance, what contributes to a powerful punch, but also highlighting their areas for improvement. We did the boxing science testing battery as part of my master's, and with this, we created that research and we were able to put together a strong justification for strength and conditioning in boxing. With these athletes, we started training them on a more one-to-one basis and we got their results and we showed that strength and conditioning had an impact on these athletes. They improved over a 10-week period. Even though this was like a bit of a case study and you could go to a sports science research journal and try and get an article in there, we knew that boxing coaches, S&C coaches around boxing and boxers themselves might not be picking up the latest journal of strength and conditioning. We needed to find a way that we can spread the message. So that's why we started Boxing Science. Boxing Science, a website, highlight the need of sports science in boxing. So we started off with a whiteboard session where me and Alan put our brains together and thinking, right, this is what we need to do. These are articles. These are the people that we need to bring in. We need to do strength and conditioning, physiology, nutrition, youth training. And it was all geared towards having an impact on the sport. We started off with the website, started putting articles on there. And as it's progressed over the years, we're now doing more content than ever, probably less on the website. Now we've got products and ebooks and our membership and everything like that. People can access and have a deeper understanding of boxing and boxing science and the methods that we do. The content is mostly on Instagram and on YouTube, and it's really staying towards them values of that we set out back in 2014, wanting to educate boxers, coaches, S&C coaches, personal trainers, physios, nutritionists on evidence-based methods that can help improve physical performance of a boxer, but also improve the safety of a boxer as well. I feel that over the last 9 years, 10 years that I've been working in boxing now, the training standards have improved. I like to think that boxing science had an impact on that. And the values that we had then are still very true today. We're forever increasing our knowledge. Our passion remains the same, but most importantly, we believe in what we're doing. And this is why we're continuing to keep researching, keep advancing our training methods, still investing into how we share experience and knowledge that we have with boxing to hopefully keep improving the training standards in boxing.